Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Musical Seats, where the music's still playing, we're still standing. Today I'm with returning guest Jelliflow, here to announce their upcoming record, Nomad, after almost 2 years of silence. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 years! So, what have you guys been up to? Let's start with Geyer, the lead singer. Welcome. Hey Michael, it's really good to be back here on the show. Thanks for having us. I'm really excited to get launching into this project and hit the ground running. Wow. What an intro, ladies and gentlemen. Moving on to Yvonne. Right, lead guitarist, welcome. Cheers, Michael, it's brilliant to be back on the equine. Even though I spent my hiatus riding Mustangs bareback on my family's estate in the magnificent Montana countryside, playing croquet with the Arctic monkeys, and sipping wine with Alex Turner as the sun sets over the hills of the Broken Back. You know, just living in real humility and minimalism for a spell. Okay, moving on to Irene Skyler, bass player. Welcome. Well, I'm Irene. I play bass. Notice some of you haters out there have called me Oedipal, but joke's on you, I don't even have a pool. Well, honestly, I think I deserve a roast today. At least my mom thinks so. I mean, I guess I think so too, because I've been working really hard. It's not The Bachelor, you monkey, the album. So this album's gonna be super dope. My mom's already thrown hella skrill at it, and so, I mean, obviously she has impeachable taste. And lastly, we have Iric Davenfier, drummer. Well, now, am I saying that correctly? Iric? Is that right?
Yes, it's Iric, long E, like Molly with no gum, you know, just Iric, really, just Iric, just super tight.
Iric?
Yeah, okay,
Iric. Gesundheit, Evan.
Yvonne.
Right, so Iric, I believe I got it now. How about you?
Well, after taking a cosmic waltz vision quest in the Himalayas for 14 months, I stopped by a Target in Bangladesh and found my calling as an Instagram model. So now I model for weight loss tea brands and feline sweater vests. You can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, Tumblr, Ashley Madison, and LinkedIn.
You'll have to excuse him. His fervor for this manifests as more of an epileptic fit.
So, I call this pose hide and seek. Peekaboo.
So tell us about Nomad. What do we need to know? Nomad is a concept album about a man's surviving journey to cope through his loss of his lover and the debt and guilt entangled within that grief. And the name Nomad. Nomad as a name comes from the idea of us journeying through life, moving forward and onward, but not always being assured of a destination. This main character goes on a quest his lover left for him and has to grow out of that loss and into his new life without her. And why is this a story you want to tell? It's a reference to my childhood, putting to rest my younger self symbolized by the female protagonist and surviving that loss of innocence. And that's when I reached out to Yvonne. Right. And I actually got to thinking about this idea of the loss of innocence with time spent with my dear friend, Alex Turner. Oh, my mom loves Alex Turner.
Shut your gob. Your mom's a cow. I actually really like that coat. I might go grab it.
You know, I just love taking risks in music. You know, as a kid, my mom used to breastfeed me in public, so I mean, taking risks is in my blood.
And then you give him one of these. A cow. I digress. Sometimes I don't want the surfer Macarena.
You know, this album is really about growing out of juvenility. Well, Nomad sounds like it's gonna be a great record. Well, thank you. The album itself is actually only part 1. Nomad is gonna have an entire visual album to go along with it as well, which is already in production. That's actually where you guys come in, is we need your help funding this project. You can support us by donating on our Indiegogo page and follow us on Jelliflow platforms across the board and to see us progress. Well, a lot of time has already gone into this, and we would really love to have you guys be a part of the final product. Actually, right now, my mom is our core investor. She's topping us in at 1 banana loaf. So, I'd like to see anybody top that bread. Wow, this sounds like quite a project. So when are you guys expecting a release date? What the hell?
How very dare you say something like that? Why? We come on your show, honey, with your questions and your bees are dying. We can't get honey for a fucking bagel. He would have you in a nit-tiddly and a one-tiddly one-tucker. Metabolism is a goddamn fire truck shooting hoses at
Can we get my mom on the phone? I don't want to be in the race anymore.
Fuck off.
And, what does Isaac Meyer think of this? He produced your last album, right? Yeah, we actually had to let Isaac go. There was just some major creative differences there. Well, that's one side of the story, isn't it? Let's see if we can hear Isaac's side. Can we get him on the phone here, please? Guys, let's get Isaac on the line.
Hello? I'm sorry. Your mixes suck, you moist and bent. Screw you guys, rather your finger paints anyway.
Nothing like some good old-fashioned mob mentality antagonism to wrap up another wonderful episode of Musical Seats. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here in the studio today. I'd like to thank our guest Jelliflow, and keep an eye out for their new record, Nomad, coming soon. Good night, everyone.